Okay, this is Richard Marks. It's the 1st of May. I'm here in sunny Central Florida, and I'm going to be doing this live. It is being recorded. So if you happen to come on late, make sure you mute yourself. I've been with a PGI about 6 months now, and I'm an example of multiple exposures because my sponsor, Dane Kohler, he told me about it at the very beginning when he got in, and I could have had a massive, even more massive team than I have now. But I was kind of burnt out and said, no, I'm doing a real estate deal. Anyway, he called me every month for about 5 months until I finally got in, and now the rest is kind of history. So, there's just a little lesson there. I'll be talking later about multiple exposures, and no doesn't always mean no. So let's move on here. This is not to brag. It's just to show you that I do have 40 years in finance and network marketing. I've been married 38 years. I have four grown children. This was a previous company. It was a cryptocurrency, and I'm on the stage here. That's me there, and that's my wife. We call her Kiwi K from New Zealand, and all four of my children were born in New Zealand. That's Grace, our youngest. She's moved out to Colorado, and here I'm getting a check for $279,000. That was 10 months of a company, and unfortunately, the government closed them down, and so we move on. Well, we know that millions are unemployed. The global economy is very fragile. Of course, the pandemic has changed our way of life. But, the good news is that 40 million in the US alone are looking for work, and working from home is in great demand. Traditional banking, we all know, is a ripoff. And we all know that cryptocurrency is the future of money. Now, cryptocurrency has gone through a lot of changes, and the governments don't like it. The banks don't like it, but it is the future of money. There's no stopping it. It's kind of like the internet in the early days. And I just want to point out here that institutions are now starting to adopt crypto, mainly Bitcoin, in a major way. That's kind of like a forerunner of mass adoption. Look at some of these figures. Mass Mutual buys 100 million of Bitcoin. JP Morgan is forecasting a $600 billion of fresh demand for Bitcoin. Pension funds are starting to invest in it. Look at this, 425 million, 650 million. Now look at this one down here. Citibank managing director publicized, he predicting a $318,000 price target by December 2021 for Bitcoin. And he's not some little guy that doesn't know what he's talking about. So look at these figures, 530 million, 750 million, on and on and on. So the institutions, including hedge funds, are moving some of their portfolios into Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. This is not recent anymore, but Tesla invested 1.5 billion into Bitcoin, and they are starting to accept Bitcoin as payment. And I just read recently that Elon Musk and Tesla had made more from Bitcoin than they had from all the Tesla business up to this date. Well, after that 1.5 billion, it shot up. I didn't catch it the full rise. It was about 38% in one day. We're sitting on about 58,000 right now. But look at the market cap. Market cap of Bitcoin is $1.3 trillion. That's pretty amazing. We all know that retail stores are going out of business. This is an older slide, but it shows you that some of the names we know, Radio Shack, etc., Kmart going out of business because of online shopping. So we're in the middle of a digital revolution. We have unprecedented change like never before in history. Industries are shifting. A lot of people are having a difficult time finding their place in this new economy, especially the older generation that didn't grow up with technology. But the opportunities that it creates are huge. I believe PGI has come along at the right time to offer a solution where a global business can be worked from home. It's good for the little guy. You can get in for $125. It's also great for the big players that want to build big teams. You earn daily and double your money. Just 2 minutes to withdraw earnings on it's now the withdrawals are Monday to Friday, and they're processed on the following Monday. Team building is optional, but it is very, very lucrative, especially if you have a duplicatable system like we're going to show you today. Lifestyle, income, and time freedom are attainable in a reasonably short period of time. One of the keys, in my opinion, is that we have an entire ecosystem. And what RV Palafox, the owner, is attempting to do is set up a hedge fund in the U.S. That will be legit, legal, registered with the SEC, a U.S. corporation, and then all the other streams of income, or verticals, if you like to call them that, will feed into that hedge fund. That's a major, major undertaking. I believe if he carries it off, it will change history. So right now we have crypto as the only vertical. We have crypto trading, e-commerce is coming along, health products, blockchain education, and real estate. I'm not sure how the real estate's going to fit in here, but imagine someone in your organization selling a $500,000 home and you get points in your binary. That'd be pretty exciting. We have cryptocurrency ATM machines. One of my team members is looking at getting 10 of those and putting them around Vegas. Forex trading, health gadgets. I've seen some of the massage chairs, etc., and a MasterCard debit card. So this is a complete ecosystem, all centered around the hedge fund, and that is not too far away. We currently have 4 major offices around the world, and the newest office in Las Vegas is actually registered in the U.S. for hedge fund trading. And there's a lot going on in Vegas right now. I think Mark Davis, the COO, is over there at the moment. Gary Wood from my team is kind of resident in Vegas for about 90 days. So there's a lot happening behind the scenes. Now, RV Palafox, if you haven't met him, I highly encourage you to go to Vegas, do whatever it takes to get there. And just when you meet him and you see his loving, giving, outgoing personality, you know he's the real deal. He's genuine, and he has our best interest at heart. To be part of our team, we have 4 package categories, and there is a software fee of $19 per package. So if you have more than one package, which you can't have, but you can only have one position, there's an additional fee per package. Daily trading bonus from 0.5 to 3%, and then it's withdrawable weekly. So we have 4 levels of packages, and in each level there's 3 options. The $100 package is what we're going to be talking about today, because that's about $125 if you take into account the buying the Bitcoin and the $19 fee. We have 4 types of commissions. We have a direct referral bonus. You bring someone in, you get paid a percentage depending on your level. We have a binary bonus, which pays on the weak leg. We have a boost up. I'm going to be spending a lot of time on that today. And we have a renewal bonus, because once your program doubles, theoretically, you will have pulled out twice your original deposit. And at that point, you can renew the same package, or it can have a different package. But if you have a team and you want to keep your organization, you must have something running. I think you have a 30-day grace period, or you lose that place in the structure. Zig Ziglar has always been my hero. I try to live his philosophy that you can have everything in life if you want, if you're just helping up other people get what they want. And this compensation plan and this binary strategy is, in my opinion, the best and most efficient way to help other people. So we have a direct referral bonus. You bring in someone. If you're a silver, you get 6% of their package. If you're a gold, you get 8%. If you're platinum, you get 10%. If you're titanium, you get 12%. We have the binary bonus. Now, I've had a lot of experience with binaries. They have got a negative connotation in network marketing because of the concept of power leg and spillover. But I'm going to show you a better way. And we're just going to not worry about power legs and spillover, because this is the way to maximize this particular pay plan, which rewards you for building 2 teams and not just sitting on one team that's a runaway leg. Okay. So you have a left team and a right team. The computer looks at your volume every day. So let's suppose your right team has 100,000 volume and your left team has 20,000 volume. It'll look at the computer looks at your volume. It's going to pay you on the 20,000. And the level is, these are the binary levels, which we can increase by boosting up. I'll show you that in a moment. So you would get paid 8% of the 20,000. The 20,000 would be subtracted from that side. It's also subtracted from the strong side. So you'd have 80,000 left and 0 on this side. So once the binary is paid, those points disappear. So just to show you, when you get a package, it looks something like this. This is a $10,000 gold package, and you have a running passive bonus. What it means is this bar is going to show you your progress toward the 200%. Okay. Now, what it means is you will have drawn out that amount by that point, because you do your withdrawals. There's no point in leaving your money in there because it's not compounding. So when it reaches the 200%, then you either renew that package or you'll get another package. Most of us have multiple packages running. Here's a platinum package, and it's only gone 30% of 34% of the way. Has a long way to go. But you see, with a platinum package at 20,000, it will pay out 40,000 by the time it's doubled. This copy of some daily percentages. Percentage does go from 0.5 to 3%. Here's a 2. Here's a 2. It tends to be averaging about 1% at the moment. So in a $20,000 package, the daily of 200 a day. This is 7 days a week, so it's 30 days in a month. That's about $6,000 a month that is just coming in based on that package. I'd like to point out, typically, this is a typical spread of where your money is coming from. And you'll notice a direct referral on this, 22,000. The trading bonus, which is your daily, 23,000. But look at the binary, the pairing bonus. I love the fact that it's called pairing bonus because it gets away from the word binary. What it means is you have 1,000 on the left, 1,000 on the right. That's a pair. It pays you on the weaker side. But look at the percentage. It's usually 70 or 80% of all your income in this program. It comes from the binary. So the money is in the team building for sure. When you do go to withdraw, a weekly withdrawal, you have a choice to put that into what's called the agreement fund. The agreement fund can only be used to buy new packages, so it's a way to accumulate some of your earnings for future purchases. Cash out fund means it goes to whatever wallet, Bitcoin wallet you put in your office. Now, this is the big one. The boost up is a way to increase your income dramatically. So remember, the income is 70 or 80% from the binary. So don't worry too much about the direct referral bonus. If you only start at a $100 package, you're on a silver. If you get the boost up, you go from 6 to 8%. That is a 33% increase in your referral bonus. But look at this. If you're in silver at the $100 package and you get your boost up, your binary becomes 10% forever. That is a 2% out of 8. That's 25% increase in your income. So if you make $100,000 in a year from the binary, that's a $25,000 increase. If you make $200,000, it's a $50,000 increase. That's huge, absolutely huge. It happens only one time in the first 30 days. You have to sponsor 2 new members at the same package as yours, left and right, within 30 days. So the easiest way to get the boost up is to come in at 100, get a left at 100, and a right at 100. And once you boost it up, you can then upgrade your packages, okay? If you upgrade from the beginning, then you've got to match that package left and right. So here's the ultimate. I call it a 15-pack. It's way better than a 6-pack, by the way. And here's the ideal. You come in for 100 silver, and you get a left at 100 and a right at 100. And a lot of our people are doing that within 2 or 3 days. Because in the beginning, the excitement is there. They don't need to know everything about Bitcoin or how it works, because most of us team leaders will buy the Bitcoin for the package. So we don't have to bother them too much with the Bitcoin. So you get a 2% boost up. You're now on 10% binary bonus. Now the ideal is that you help this person here to do the same. He's going to bring in 2. You help this person. He's going to bring in 2, and you help this person, and so on down the line. And this will duplicate very, very quickly if you're helping the people. Now, there's nothing to stop you getting additional people, personal down your left and personal down your right. Okay, you have 2 different links, a left and a right link. But I encourage you not to go too far past with leaving these people until they've done their 2. So if you do it perfectly, you're going to have 2, 4, 8. You're going to have 15 people in your team in a very short period of time, and this will start to duplicate. And ideally, you're going to have 2 legs in momentum. Somebody's got a little bit of background noise there. Please mute if that's you. So watch what happens. Once you got this structure in place and duplication is going on, some people are going to upgrade their packages. Let me see here. Somebody's still on mute. Somebody's in there. Never mind. We'll carry on. So some people are going to start to upgrade their packages. Now, this guy here may not have done anything else, but his people down here, down below, might be upgrading their packages. He doesn't even know about it, okay? So watch this, what happens. He's got 1,300 on his left. He's got 2,300 on his right. And so he's, if that all happened in one day, he's going to get a binary bonus on 1,300. 10%, that's $130. But guess what? The cap on your binary is limited by your top package. His top package is 100. So that means for a $130 bonus, he's going to leave $30 on the table. Not a big deal, but when you get much larger bonuses, you don't want to leave anything on the table. So this pay plan has inbuilt an automatic strategy to upgrade your package. Most binaries that I've seen in the past have what's called an arbitrary cap, and no one can go above that cap. In our case, your cap is you have control over it by the size of your largest package. Okay, so you can, there's no limit to what your cap can be. So let's go a bit further. This is you, and your team is growing 2 legs, balancing quite nicely into momentum. And now you've got 5,700 on your left, and you got 3,600 on your right. Now you're going to get the bonus on 3,600, which is $360. So if you, by that time, if you see it happening, you'll know to upgrade to at least the $400 package. Now you'll get the full $360 of bonus. So as your team grows, you're gradually going to up your highest package. Now, once you've boosted up and qualified for binary and boost up, feel free to upgrade your package to whatever you want, 5,000, 10,000, whatever. But down here, it's going to warn you, do not upgrade your package until you have your left and your right at 100. Because if you do that, then to get the boost up, you're going to have to match that package left and right. Now, some people are doing it with 1,000. Some people are doing it with 10,000. But in my opinion, that's not duplicatable. Duplication is the key. So imagine if each of your 14 people duplicate what you did here, you're going to have 196 people in your team, and you only sponsored 2. Now, of course, to take advantage of the law of averages, you want to sponsor more than 2, no question. You want to keep going here, but make sure that everybody you bring in is duplicating that process. Now, the ultimate down the track is going to look like this. What you want to have is you want to have 3 builders on your left leg. The yellow is the builder, and 3 builders on your right leg. Now, they don't have to be your personals because the builder can come from anywhere. So let's suppose this is your strong leg over here. I mean, it's got more points than the right side. And someone way down here in depth becomes a builder. You may not even know who they are yet, but this person goes to town and he brings in 100,000 points in one day. Watch this. Everything he does on his left and his right is all on your weak side. You're going to get paid on all of that. So if you were not boosted up, you get an $8,000 bonus. If you're boosted up, you would get a $10,000 bonus based on what he did. Okay, but you better make sure your top package is at 10,000, or you're going to lose some, leave some money on the table. Okay, now by the time you get to that point, most likely you're going to have boosted your package up way before then, based on the income you're getting from your binary. So that's the ultimate. Now, it might take, I call the magic number in this kind of binary about 500 members on your team, balanced between 250 left and 250 right. By that time, with 500 people, you should have your 3 builders left and your 3 builders right. Some people will do that faster, depending on how good they are training their leaders. Some people will do it slower, whatever. But this is the key, the secret, if you like, to long-term massive income, residual income, because your teams are growing independently of you. And if you get a leader on your left who's like I have with Scott Grimm doing like 7 webinars a week, and a leader on your right like Gary Wood, you're kind of set, really. But to make it longevity and stability, you want 3 leaders in depth. So keep going till you've got those 3 leaders under each other, way down in depth, doesn't matter where they are, and you'll find that your team just grows without you. So once again, the key is the duplication, 100, 100, 100. Teach your people to do that. And most people who come in new are excited, they're enthusiastic. You didn't bog them down with getting the Bitcoin and doing all that. You can come back later and find out the ones that are doing it and help them become a leader where they can buy the Bitcoin for their own teams. And how I do that is I fund people in with their new people, get them to send me 125 on Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal. and then I buy the Bitcoin, and then I expect them later on, when they've got their own team, to step up to the plate and start getting their own Bitcoin to help their people get in. Okay, so the key is duplication. Everyone's contributing to the initial momentum. And by the way, this pay plan rewards personal leaders on both legs rather than just sitting on a power leg. Okay, and it's the first company I've seen. I've been teaching this for some time. It's the first company I've seen that does reward your personal recruits on both sides. So you teach that duplication to your 3 builders. It creates stability and longevity. I believe PGI is ideally suited to this strategy because everyone is earning daily. If we have a room of 100 people that are in PGI and we say, who's earning with PGI? 100 hands are going to go up. Doesn't depend on recruiting, but a smart binary strategy can create huge wealth. By smart, I mean you're building 2 legs. Company has everything in place for longevity. And if you hang on and get onto the call that's going to happen at 12:30 Eastern today, you have to register for it. You can hear some new updates, launch of PGI 2.0, et cetera. So make sure you get on that call. Additional products are coming along. Each one of those will create an additional stream of income, et cetera. So duplication is the key. And I do also have another session that I teach in depth on this. It's called multiple exposures. Would you like to increase your results by 800%? Well, these are industry statistics from sales across the board. And the statistics say that only 2% of sales are made on the first exposure. So why would you want to try to give your whole presentation on the first exposure? That's why we use a very simple script. If I could show you how to earn 0.5 to 3% per day, no monthly fee, no recruiting required, would you be interested? Text yes, and just wait for the yeses. That's the first exposure. When they say yes, you send them a follow-up email. 3% of sales are made on the second exposure. And the third exposure is like a full video or a 3-way call, something like that. And now you got 10%. Guess what? 95% of your competition will quit after the third try. They'll quit here. They've only got a 10% result. If they go for one more, the fourth exposure, then you're going to double the results to 20%. That's a 100% increase. Now, that doesn't mean you keep hammering people. It just means that you have new information. So on each exposure, what you're going to be selling is the next step. The next step is, okay? Now, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th exposure. So I'm an example of that. Dane probably called me 5 or 6 times during that 5-month period when I wasn't in. And he hung in there, and we're both very glad that he did, okay? Keep going for 5 to 12 exposures, multiply your sales by 800%. If we go to 80%, that's 8 times what you did back here at the first 3 exposures. Okay. So what you want to do on each exposure is the next step. The most powerful step we have is 3-way calling. So you want to use your sponsor. If your sponsor is not available, you go upline till you get an upline leader that will commit to doing 3-way calls for you. Now, we will not do a 3-way call on a brand new person that has seen nothing. We cannot do a presentation in words on the phone. So make sure they've at least had 3 exposures, seen a full video, and now we're just answering their questions and hopefully leading them to the next step, which eventually will be to get them signed up. Okay, so you introduce your sponsor or whatever coach you're using, telling the people that they have more knowledge than you, give a brief bio of your prospect, and then mute your phone. This is really, really important so the leader can follow a track. You may have good information, but if you come in and it's kind of on a side track, you're gonna stop the momentum of that call. So absolutely make sure you mute your phone unless they ask you for some input. Okay. Now I have a series of scripts. If you haven't received my welcome letter, make sure you get to your sponsor and get a copy of my welcome letter because it has a lot of the links and for the calls, etc. But it also has my exact scripts to use. The initial script, so you're going to send that initial script to your phone list. If you're looking at doing some kind of marketing and you haven't been through your whole warm phone list, you're missing out. Okay, send the initial script to your email list. Send follow-up script to the yes replies. On text, send a follow-up email to the yes replies that you got from email. Call and confirm that they watched the video. Don't get your coach on a three-way call if your prospect has not at least watched one full video. I like the video by R.V. Palafox himself because people can see the flavor of our leader, and it gives a pretty good presentation. It's only about 18 minutes. Then by step 6, we're giving a live presentation or a three-way call. Now we sign up and fund their package, get them on a training or play some training videos, and then get them to sponsor 3 left, 3 right until they find the builders left and right, and then duplicate that with each builder. You're on your way to a very long, healthy, stable residual income. So here's the steps. What step will I do today? Well, I've got some other things to do. I don't think I'll put it off till tomorrow. I can't do it today. Well, I want to do it. Well, how do I do it? I'll try to do it. I can do it. I will do it. Yes, I did it. I like that little illustration. The final step is go and spend the money. We have around the world massive meetings. I'm looking forward to one in the Philippines. And I didn't make it to the Dubai. I'd love to go to a Dubai one. I love beaches. Some people might like big cities, and well, Dubai is the one for that. Cities with skyscrapers. But we're going to travel the world together. Those of you who hang in here, follow the duplication steps and be persistent and consistent. We're going to see you at the top and travel the world together. So I'm going to stop the video.